Hey everyone. So this week's topic is self-worth. I have objects because they'll give tips on how to get to a self-worth, feeling like you have a self-worth. I'm still kind of at that beginning stage and not really sure of my self-worth still. Does that make sense? Yes, no, I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to give little things that I've learned. A lot of this stuff, I'll show you first stuff that I've learned with treatment, because that's just kind of stuff that where I've done most of the stuff, and then once I got out of treatment I stopped. But there are good things to use, and then I'll show you things that I have done, just haven't strongly done them. So anyway, the first thing I'll do is, like Michelle said, was affirmations on cards. These are all ones that I just did in different treatment centers. And some of them are pretty stupid sounding, but not, they're like so simple and kind of ridiculous, but they're things that you can tell yourself that are easier to believe when you're at the beginning stages. Because, like one of Michelle's was, you're so freaking gorgeous, or something along those lines. And for me, that's a harder one to write. And I know you don't have to believe it at first when you write it down, because it's supposed to help you believe it. But when you're at a beginning stage, you're like, you don't want to say something like that. You're afraid to believe it, in a way. I don't know if that makes sense. So anyway, start small, and then go on to the big things that are harder, more difficult for you to believe. Because if you start smaller, then you'll see how it works, and that it can work, and that you can believe some of these things. I'll show you one. It's extremely simple and sounds stupid, but it's a good start. So yeah, I'll show you. It says, I like my hands so I can write and do other activities. And that is exactly what it says. So I am not, sorry for the glare. My other monitor is like right on there, so yeah. So I mean, it can be something simple like that. Another example, I like my ears so I can hear. I don't know if you can even read that on there though. It is on there. Oh, there we go. Shine a little light on it. Yeah. So I mean, just something simple. It sounds stupid and ridiculous, but it's a good start. It's a good foundation to start believing in yourself, accepting your body, different parts, your ears, your hands, all that. Oh, and then the other thing, which will be part of like the question at the end, is just stuff that people have told you or that you believe for yourself. Like, I'm great with animals. It's just, animals are something I love, so this orange pen is not ideal for recording on this, apparently. Or something like, I am encouraging. People tell you you're encouraging, you write stuff like that. So those are good places to start for affirmation cards, and then you can go into the more detailed, the things that are a little bit harder for yourself to believe, such as I'm freaking gorgeous. Someday I'll get there. I will. I hope. Yeah, so, or they can just be simple things like this, which isn't anything to do with yourself, really. Believing in yourself is the first step in improving yourself. So, yeah, it's just something to remind yourself that you need to believe in yourself. Something like that. And they're good. You can carry them around with you wherever. Just keep them in your purse, wallet, whatever, pocket. Keep them with you. something that you can go into. Again, I haven't done that. I should, but I don't. And I should have like a time to go through them. But again, I don't. And these are like simple phrases. It says, I may not feel I have done well in anything besides my eating disorder today. But tomorrow is a new day and I can try to accomplish something constructive. So it's just to remind you that you may have failed today, but there is a new day. There's tomorrow. There's even still more time in the day. You can change it for your own good. So that's that. This is just something, a little craft thing I did in IOP, Intensive Outpatient. What it is, it's an accordion book. And it's just full of things to either affirmations, things you can do when you're feeling down or feeling triggered. There's even, I have a list of possible triggers, just to remind myself of these things can be triggering. I can avoid them if at all possible. Positive things, which I can probably use for the question afterwards. I can cheat things I've already written. But yeah, what I have in here, this is just something simple you can make. I can do a video someday maybe on how to make them, but it's just something simple to remind yourself. Simple things like, stop trying to fix yourself, you were never broken, appearance isn't everything. And as you can see, I haven't finished. I have black paper I was supposed to put pictures and stuff on, but I didn't. And it's a little difficult. And these are just things to do when you're triggered. Walk, confide in others, hot shower, listen to music, and then just picture phone. Freedom can be won. Love the skin you're in. So see, these are just little affirmations. Something you can just, it's also something you can keep in your purse. Probably won't fit in your wallet, but you can keep it in your purse. And just simple things. Here's where I had possible triggers and positive things. Woo! And here I have lyrics around here. When you're not, call on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. And then I just put in the middle, talk to Jesse, it's my husband. And pictures of music, just to remind myself of music. God's word, if you're religious, big one. And live your life. And then I have an exit door, just as a symbol to leave my eating disorder and live life. And then I just have wake up call, symbol of how your eating disorder can feel. So that's another thing. It's kind of like affirmations, but you can also be crafty with this and decorate it however you want, and it just keeps you distracted at the same time while you're building something that you can use to remind yourself to feel that you are worth a whole lot more than you're feeling. Little books like this help me. Little book of promises. It's just filled with promises that, and it has like different categories. There's anger category, heaven, humility, joy, loneliness. Just little promises for each of these categories from the Bible. So again, this is if you're religious. But there's also this book that it's try again, fail better. And it's just little sayings to remind yourself that everyone fails, and that does not mean that you're worthless, you're a failure, etc. It means you're human. And it just has different sayings. It even has like telling you all the times that someone failed but then succeeded. Famous people like Albert Einstein, just anyone's. So it's just something to remind yourself that you're human So you are worth something. You may not feel it because you think you failed, but you're human. What? And this thing, this one doesn't belong in here, it belongs in another one. This one's just like, kind of like affirmations, but they're more like the sayings that I said. Like, treating myself well may feel uncomfortable at first, but as I continue to do it day by day, it will feel right and good. So it's kind of affirmations, just kind of to remind yourself. You just gotta take it day by day, and it may feel horrible and awful right now, but as they always say, it too shall pass. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that saying, but you know. And then this one, so this is an idea for affirmations too. Just get a book or a binder that has the index cards that you can just flip through. That's what this one goes in, but I haven't set it up yet. And this one I just started. I do positive Bible scriptures again. Religious person, just read Bible scriptures. That helps a lot with self-worth. And then another thing for self-worth is to keep doing something that you love. And a lot of times arts and crafts are really helpful. I know people will say, well, I'm not crafty, I can't draw, etc., etc. There's something out there that you can do, and it's very stress relieving, and it will calm you down. An important thing with feeling self-worth is to remember, we all know that if you are feeling down and just feel like crap, it's going to be hard to try and pull out your affirmations. You're not going to feel like it. You're going to be like, whatever, I don't feel like it. It's not true, blah, blah, blah. You're just going to keep telling yourself that. So the thing to do is something crafty that will calm you down and help you to realize that you can feel good about yourself. For one, you'll feel accomplished, that you did something. And then you can also maybe let that crappiness feeling subside, so you can pull out those affirmations to remind yourself of how good you are. This is just something that I started doing that I love, that I need to continue again, but I call it my music scrapbook because I love music. So I take songs that I personally feel close to, that I feel has meaning for me, and I take bits and pieces of the lyrics, I write them all over the page, and then I decorate it. This one is More Beautiful You by Johnny Diaz. It's just a great song. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. That's another thing, is just listening to music. It can be very inspiring and make you feel better about yourself, especially a song like this, More Beautiful You. More Beautiful You. Yeah, it can be awesome for that. Yeah, so it's just a little scrapbook. Here's ones that aren't decorated yet, just written on with the lyrics. So yeah, that's an idea, and you can do whatever you want. That's just what I did because I like music. So anyways, I think that is all for that. I do want to read this poem that someone wrote in my intensive outpatients, which was, it's like in 2007. It's a long time ago. I'm old. Sorry. But anyways, I wanted to read it to you because it's kind of relevant for this week's topic. It's called Recovery. What does recovery look like? Is it a day without failure? Is it a day without tears? Is it a day without urges? Or a day without fears? To me, recovery is the moments I can treasure, to sit in the present and have peace I can measure. Recovery means to recognize my mistakes, to get back up and go where life takes. Recovery can look different each day. A day without dwelling on compulsions, a day without retreating into isolation, or allowing food to be all my fixation. Sorry. Each day I choose to take another step, to seek wellness and heal from all that is broken. One day at a time is what I can manage. One day at a time, I make my advantage. So yeah, that's just a little thing. Things like that can also be helpful. Little poems. Yeah. So yeah, 5 things I like about myself. So I'm going to cheat and use things that I wrote in a treatment. I'm good at acting, good with animals. I've raised animals my entire life, so yeah. Trustworthy. Good on computers. I love computers. And strong-willed, which can be both a good and bad thing. So anyways, peace out, people.